Hello everyone, Ricardo here. Today we are going to talk about one of the most interesting engines of all, and that is the Furness Railway K2 Largest Seagull. Largest Seagull was the nickname they were given to these engines. But why? You will see why they received that nickname and all their story around this video. So sit back and enjoy. Originally known as Class 21s, the K2s were built as a class of 8 440 steam locomotives designed by William Franklin Pettigrew, built by Sharp Stewart and Company of Glasgow for the Furness Railway. They were nicknamed Largest Seagulls due to their large size and were designed for fast passenger trains and express trains of the Furness Railway. They were built to supersede the Furness Class 120s or K1s on the heavier and more imported trains. They had a wheel diameter of 6-foot-inch drivers, they weighed over 41 tons, had a fuel capacity of 3 tons of coal, 2,500 gallons of water, and 80 by 20-inch cylinders, which gave them a speed of 80 miles per hour. The first 6 of 1896 were numbered 21 and 22, 34, 35, 36 and 37. In 1900, 2 extra engines were added to the class, Furness Railways number 124 and 125. In 1913, Furness number 34 and 37 were fitted with experimental smokebox superheaters. However, these were removed the following year. At some point in time, locomotives number 21, 22, 34 and 35 were numbered 44 to 47. By 1923, the Furness Railway merged into the London, Midland and Scottish Railway during the Railways Grouping Act. So the K2s received their new 11th numbers, these being 101-35 to 101-42. All 8 engines were still in service. They lasted until the 1920s and the early 1930s, performing secondary duties on their home turf between Barrow-in-Furness and Whitehaven. By 1929, the withdrawals of the K2s began, and by 1931, all K2s were retired and scrapped by 1931. Sadly, no examples of the K2s were preserved. One of the K2s, number 36, in my opinion, would have been the best example to be preserved, since it was decorated for the royal train for the visit of Princess Louise to Barrow-in-Furness on August 25, 1903. However, there is a 440 in a railway museum, which people claim that it's a Furness K2, but it had been rebuilt several times and given a different tender that is barely recognizable. I don't think it's the original K2 that we know from the pictures, but that's just me. But the K2s are not forgotten. The K2s were the inspiration to make Edward on the Railway series by the Reverend Whippet Audrey, and then adapted to television in 1985. However, Edward looks very different from what it looks. If you look at the Railway series books and the TV series, you will see that it's very different, a different cab, different tender, and different smokebox support. In the Railway series headcanon, Edward used to be in the Furness Railways K2 shape, but it got rebuilt several times to last until our days. But despite these rebuilds, Edward is still a traditional K2. The glory of the K2s is still alive thanks to the character Edward, and so for the other modelers who did models of the K2 in social media. And so do I, since I make my own K2 model as well. I'm so fan of these engines, and I would love to have a model railroad of this engine one day. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I got a little time to think how am I going to do future videos in this channel, so if you give me any suggestions Or is that alright if I talk more about British engines more than American engines? That will be alright. Okay, we come to the end of the video. My name is Ricardo, and this is Railroad Locomotives. We'll see you all next time.